Hola, mis grandes fans. That's Spanish for hello, my great fans. Yash around the world here on his way to Barcelona, Spain. Barcelona is known for its great architecture and great cuisine. For its architecture, there are many great sites like La Sagrada Famila and Casa Mila, and great food like paella. Plus,
attention passengers, we are now landing Barcelona, Spain. We expect our descent in 20 minutes. Outside temperature is 31 degrees centigrade. Thank you for flying with us and hope to see you again.
so before I was interrupted I was going to say that there's a special surprise that I will reveal at the end of today's episode. So stay tuned for a marvelous tour of Barcelona, and I will reveal the surprise at the end of the episode. Well, that's our stop. First stop before we start sightseeing is the beach. We are here at San Sebastian Beach. It's known for one of the best beaches here in Barcelona, and it's also known for being the longest one, extending over 1,100 meters. But right now, I want to catch some relaxation time before we go on the tour. So I'm going to relax. Wow, this feels so great. My feet are so comfortable. And see, I told you that San Sebastian Beach extends for miles. I would love to stay here forever, but we should get started on that tour soon. So let's get started on our Barcelona tour. Alright, our first stop is La Sagrada Famila. La Sagrada Famila is an unfinished Roman Catholic church designed by Antoni Gaudi, a very famous Spanish architect. La Sagrada Famila may be unfinished, but it has a great view of the city. Now, why don't I tell you on why it's unfinished? Construction started in 1892, and when Gaudi died in 1926, a quarter of La Sagrada Familia was completed then, 1/4. So by then, war started, a fire started in the interior in 1936, and by the 1950s, construction resumed, and it says that it's estimated by 2026 it might be fully complete. Why don't we go inside to see the interior? Alright, we are inside La Sagrada Familia, and I'm going to speak a little bit softer because this is a very big church and I don't want to sound loud. So you can see that there are big columns and exquisite stained glass. This is a great example of architectural engineering. But since we are inside, you can see how big it is how much it is. There's lots of rows of seating. But I think it's time for the next part of our Barcelona tour. Alright, I climbed up here, but we are here now. We are at Montserrat, a mountain monk retreat center just outside of Barcelona. From here, you can see all of the rock formations across Catalonia. That's the province that Barcelona's in. So there's also a big bell at the top, and I can guarantee that it's very loud, like a church bell. Why don't we go inside to see all the designs that are inside? Alright, now that we are inside Montserrat, you can now look around. Do you see all of these magnificent designs around me? They're so great. There's marvelous designs of many things. Plus, it's warm. So, do you like all these designs? I know, they're magnificent. Now, it is time for the next part of this tour. Alright, we are back in Barcelona. So, right behind me is Casa Mila. Casa Mila was the last designed private residence that Antoni Gaudi created. This Casa Mila is one out of the 3 last residential buildings that Gaudi made. Casa Mila is just one of them. Gaudi designed most of the buildings here in Barcelona. Casa Mila is 8 floors high with beautiful balconies. And you know what? Why don't we just go inside and see what's like inside? Oh my gosh. Do you see this? The Casa Mila is fascinating inside. You can see that there's a huge circle where the sunlight is. The balconies is a great 8 stories high. And you know something? Gaudi once tried to design a statue at the top of the building, but it never came up. But do you see this? This is a great place here in Barcelona. And it's one of the most famous things here. Maybe we might get to see more of Gaudi's artwork. Come on, let's go check out more. Alright, you might be wondering why I'm standing in the middle of a quiet street, but this isn't just any quiet street. This is La Rambla. It's a very noble street here in Barcelona. And if you see behind me, there are all sorts of restaurants. And speaking of those restaurants, I'm going to have my lunch here. Alright, lunch was great. Now we are here at Camp Nou, the very famous stadium here in Barcelona. Camp Nou has been the home of Barcelona's soccer team, FC Barcelona, since 1957 when it opened. You know something? In 1989 and 1999, the European Cup Champion Finals was held here in this stadium. This stadium can hold up to nearly 100,000 spectators. That's amazing. I would love to sit here and watch a soccer match. It would be so great. Oh my gosh, it's nearly night. We better get going for our next tourist stop. Alright, it's a little bit dark, but that's a good thing because it's a highlight of what we are about to see right now. Here we are at the magical fountain of Montjuic. This is a very big fountain located here in Barcelona. It's very big, very famous attraction, and it's very well known at night. Do you want to know why? Why don't I show you why? Alright, now you see why I meant that it looks better at night, because this fountain shows many beautiful lights when it's up at night. Many people love it here. It's great, it's big, and very wet for one thing. But now it's time to conclude our trip. Alright, I think it's time you hear the special surprise you've all been waiting to hear. Well, Barcelona is the first first part of this trip because I'm going to Switzerland too for the second part of this trip because I'll be landing in Zurich. I hope to see you all there. Remember, I am Yash of Yash Around the World. New episodes drop every Saturday. And be sure to watch European Expedition Part 2.